Hi, welcome to A2Z So today we are going to discuss about Amazon Redshift. So Amazon provides lot of services for us with respect to storage and with respect to mobile application, with respect to web application, with respect to data warehouse, data analytics, analysis, many services they are providing, software as a service, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. So one such service which they provide is analysis. So analysis with respect to data warehouse. So Amazon Redshift is provided as a web service in Amazon, and this Redshift is all about warehouse, data warehouse. So data warehouse is what? So what you are coming to say, what is data warehouse? First of all, I need to explain you what is data warehouse if some people very new to this concept. See, we have database, data warehouse. Database is a place where you store data, and data warehouse is a place where you process data for analysis, for analytics purpose. So you can think we can able to do that in the database itself, right? So what you are saying, for example, I want to do select count start from, or I want to do select sum of or max of, which is already there in the database. Yes, you can able to do. For doing it in a very fast way and for in a highly scalable way, we are going for some data warehouse. Okay. For data warehouse, what is the underlying storage it uses? Again, it will use your database only. So I can use my MySQL database or Oracle database. On top of it, I can install any kind of data warehouse tools, and I can able to do the processing, which will be very speed. And also is these kind of data warehouse can able to only connect database? Not like that. Even this data warehouse components can able to sit on top of your file systems also. File system means your NTFS, your Windows file system. Amazon has their own distributed file system S3. You can able to make your file system, data warehouse to sit on top of any distributed file systems also. So file system is where you store data without structure. Database is where you will store with structure. But if you use data warehouse tools, even for file system the data, you can create structures and schema in your data warehouse and you can process the data. Landing area can be anything, whether it can be a database or a file system for your data from the application. Okay, so I have given a separate video what is the difference between file system and database. If you want to look, you can see the link in the description box of this video for a better understanding. Okay, now we are jumping into Redshift. So Redshift is highly scalable data warehouse. We say scalable, it comes with the definition of Amazon site, but thing is we need to compare many data warehouse components to really check the performance concept of fast read, fast write and other aspects. Only when we do kind of POC or mini project only we will come to know. With Amazon perspective, they are saying it is highly scalable and fast, but even in my personal experience, we have some other data warehouse in market which is more faster than Redshift. But still, we need to do a POC, and it depends on the use case and the data what you are using. Okay, so and this Redshift is particularly using SQL, structured query language it use. Or if you see any databases and data warehouse, maximum it will use SQL because people are already comfortable with that. If I invent a new data warehouse component and say it's not support SQL, then people will never use it. So that's the main thing why people are inventing new data warehouse tools and concepts with SQL. So if you see, the SQLs will be somewhat different. If you see MySQL database SQL is different from Oracle SQL, right? So, and Oracle SQL is different from Microsoft SQL Server Management SQL, right? So for all these SQL, they use a base version called SQL 92. SQL 92 is what a base which all these people will use, inherit, and they will add. You can see 20% of SQL difference. So you will be very comfortable when you use this Redshift. And Redshift is fast and scalable, as I told you, it's a definition which Amazon says. And Redshift is a distributed cluster actually. It's not a one machine, right? So if it is a distributed processing, then only my query will run fast and I will get more output in a faster way, right? Because parallelism. So your data will be also get stored in a distributed way, and when you do some warehouse on top of it, analysis, process or analytics, I can say any way instead of using the word warehouse. So my query also will run in parallel and distributed way so that my performance will be very high and I will get the output in a very fast manner. So Amazon Redshift is not a one node concept, it's a multi-node concept, it's a cluster. And in the next video, I will give you a practical example of how to create a cluster in AWS with Amazon Redshift, and we can do some practicals also. And Amazon Redshift, it's a main advantage is the data model. What you are saying data model? So if you store some data in MySQL, it should be in a row column. So that is the data model. Row oriented store is a data model for MySQL Oracle. For example, I don't know whether you are aware of Java. In Java, we have a concept called collection. In collection, we have, even it's there in other programming languages also, collection. In collection, we have a concept called map. So tree map, hash map. If you see, if I want to insert a data into hash map or tree map, it has to be in the key value pair format. So that is the data model for hash map, key value pair. Like that, we have a data model for Redshift. It's called columnar storage. That's a great advantage of Redshift, because when you store data in columnar instead of row oriented, the access, the read and the process of your query will be very fast. How come when I use columnar data store it will be fast? And first of all, what is columnar data store? So I will just give you a quick kickstart of what is columnar. Maybe in a separate video I will teach you what exactly columnar and how different that with row oriented. You can just touch base with my playlist link, so that when the video is added you will come to know. So I will just explain you. I have 3 columns: serial number, name and amount. And this is get stored as row oriented. Okay, and this is get stored as row oriented, and it will be get stored like this. Now if you want to do a select sum of amount, it will try to read the entire row to get this value. So it is taking time to read the remaining values. Why I need to read unnecessarily these 2 columns, right? But if you see in the column oriented store, the data will be get stored like this. So this is serial number column like 1, 2, 3, etc. This is name column like okay Gautam, and we have A, B, C something etc. And then amount and 100, 200 or 1000 etc. So this will be get stored as a column oriented. When I trigger a query, it basically used to fetch this particular column, it will never consider these 2 columns. Only if it is required it will take. For example, I want to fetch select or do some aggregation on top of name plus amount, then it will fetch only these 2, it will never consider this one. So we have many other advantages towards column oriented storage. If the upcoming data warehouse components in market as of now, like in big data we have Hive, Impala and many other Shark and many other stuffs comes in big data also other than Amazon. So all these new upcoming data warehouse components, they are trying to make the data model to act as column oriented storage instead of row oriented storage. So this is what the great advantage of Redshift. But as I told you, still we have many other data warehouse tools with the same data model. We need to do a POC, then only we can conclude and say that this is highly enhanced, because it all depends on various parameters. It's not like Amazon says theirs very fast so that other things are down. So it's not agreed one, because when the data size of my company and their company can be different. Okay, I am using Redshift and my company name is A, and someone using Redshift and their company is B. A company says Redshift is wow, and B company says Redshift giving very less performance. See, because that depends on the data size and the data models, the structure of data, plus how frequent your data is coming and what are all the number of nodes in the cluster you have, whether you have less number of nodes or not. So all these parameters we have to consider. But anyway, this need to be a kickstart as an introduction session for you, so that you can learn Redshift in my upcoming videos. And this particular Redshift today is all about an introduction session. So in the upcoming videos I will be giving you all practical session as I told you before. And thanks for watching A2Zknowledge.com. If you really like this video, subscribe my channel and forward this to your friends and colleagues. And we have videos in 2 languages, English and Tamil. Not only Redshift, we have many other technology videos. You just take some time to see my YouTube videos. Thanks for watching.